Good morning, class. So, to begin with, let me just tell you what all we've done. We've done the first chapter of the book India. The first chapter was about the size, location of about all the states of India. Now, the second chapter, what we are doing is explaining all the physiographic divisions of India. We've already done the northern plains. Then on the next day, we did about the Indian desert in detail. Today, you will know about the coastal plains of India. The coastal plains, you will know the location on the map. You will be able to identify where the coastal plains are located, where is the western coastal plain, where is the eastern coastal plains, the divisions of both the coastal plains, the western and the eastern. You will be able to bring out the difference between the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. So this will be very clear to you after the video. So let's begin. Okay, so a major physiographic division of India, out of the six, one major physiographic division is the coastal plains. The coastal plains. Now the coastal plains of India is, coastal plain means we already know that India is a peninsular country. Peninsular means India is called a peninsular country because India is surrounded by water from three sides. We have the Arabian Sea, we have the Arabian Sea on the western side, we have the Bay of Bengal in the eastern side, and we have the Great Indian Ocean to the south. So India has a very long coastline. You can see here, this is India, Arabian Sea is here, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. Clear? Now this is the coastline of India. Now the coastline of India is very long. That is very important to us. It is important because if we have coastline, that means we have fishing industry in India, we have ports, we have harbors, so it is easy. Water transport is there. So that way, now we need to know the difference, about coastline in detail. So we'll know about the difference between the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain, and where are they located, what are the ports there. Let's get started. Now look here. You can see in the map here, this is the water area, this part, this is India. We have Gujarat here, so wherever Gujarat is there, like every coastline, it's subdivided. It is subdivided. Now where Gujarat is there, that side is called Gujarat coastal plain. Then where Maharashtra is there, we call Konkan plain. After that, where Goa and Karnataka are there, we call it Kannada coastal plain. Where Kerala is there, we call it Malabar coastal plain. This is all west. Look here in the map, everyone. This is Gujarat coastal plain. This is Konkan coastal plain. This is Kannada. This is Malabar. Then this is western. This is western coast. Clear? This side is eastern coast. Where Tamil Nadu is there, we call that coast Coromandel coast. Coromandel. This is northern Circars. Spelling is Circar is Circars. So these are the subdivisions of both the plains, the western coastal plain and the eastern. Now there is a difference between the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plains. We'll know that. Look here. The western coastal plain, eastern coastal plain. I've shown you a comparative study, so it gets easier to you. This is an example of a submerged plain, and this is an example of an emergent plain. Now submerged plain, western coastal plain is an example of a submerged plain. Submerged means which is below water, which is submerged underwater. Now Dwarka, it's a coastal city in Gujarat. You all must be aware of that. So Gujarat, the actual city of Dwarka is supposed to have drowned. It is supposed to have been drowned under the sea. So when the water level of the sea water, when it rises and makes the coastal areas to get submerged or to get inundated or to get flooded, that means that coastal plain is known by the name submerged coastal plain. So the western coastal plain of India are an example of a submerged coastal plain. Submerged spelling is S-U-B-M-E-R-G-E-D, submerged. Next is example of emergent coastal plain. The eastern. On the other hand, if we see the eastern coastal plain of India, that is an example of an emergent coastal plain. Emergent means when the water level of the sea falls down, the coastal plains, they seem to have emerged. When the water level goes down, they seem to have emerged. So the eastern coastal plain of India is an example of emergent coastal plain. Next difference between the two is the western coastal plain is divided into Gujarat plain, Konkan, Kannada, Malabar. It has 4 subdivisions. The western coastal plain. Gujarat plain is where the state of Gujarat is there. The Kutch region of Gujarat, the Kathiawar region, that part is called the Gujarat coastal plain. Next is Konkan, where Maharashtra state of India is there. That is Konkan plain. To the south of Konkan, we have the Kannada coastal plain, that is covering the parts of Goa and Karnataka. And the last division of the western coastal plain is the Malabar coast, where Kerala state is there. That part of the western coastal plain where Kerala is there, that is called Malabar plain. So there are 4 subdivisions of western coastal plain: Gujarat, Konkan, Kannada, Malabar. Here, the eastern coastal plain, the other side of India towards the eastern side, that is subdivided into 2, where the state of Tamil Nadu is there. That part of the eastern coastal plain is called Coromandel coast. Look here, Coromandel. And the part in the north of Coromandel coast beyond the Krishna river delta, that is called the northern Sircars. So it has 2 subdivisions, this has 4. The next point of difference between the western coastal plain of India and the eastern coastal plain is that the western coastal plain is narrow in the middle and broad in the north and south. Narrow means it is narrower, occupying less space. Somewhere in the middle, look here. Middle means here. Here, around Konkan and Kannada, that side of the western coastal plain is narrower as compared to the Gujarat coastal plain and the Malabar coastal plain. So on the whole, the western coastal plain is narrower as compared to the eastern coastal plain, which is broader. Next is the rivers flowing through don't form any delta. Now the rivers which are falling into the Arabian Sea. The western coastal plains lie between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. The place between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea, look here. This is Western Ghat. This is Western Ghat, this line. And this side is the sea, Arabian Sea. So between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea lies the western coastal plain. In that western coastal plain, there are few rivers, and the rivers of the western coastal plains do not form any delta. They do not form any delta. Delta is a landform or a land feature in which the river, before entering the water body, divides itself into many streams called distributaries and forms a triangular shape that is called delta. Now, Narmada is a river which is falling into Arabian Sea. Tapi is there. So both these rivers before entering the Arabian Sea are not forming any delta. So the western coastal plains rivers flowing through that do not form any delta. On the other hand, the eastern coastal plains have rivers like Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri. These rivers before entering Bay of Bengal, these rivers are forming a delta. This is another difference between the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. You can look here again. Here, this is broad. So here we have deltas in the eastern coastal plain. Now another difference between the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain of India is, you can just name the ports. So that will be another point of difference. So the ports on the west coast of India are, you can just name any, there are numerous, you can name few major ones like Kandla Port, Mumbai Port, Kochi, Thiruvananthapuram. They are all on the western coastal plain. On the eastern coastal plain we have Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Kolkata. These are the ports of the eastern coastal plain. Hope the difference between the two is clear, between the western and the eastern coastal plain. We'll continue. Thank you.